For once, I wanted to actually do something special because I really like the weapons in the Soul series, particularly Bloodborne and Dark Souls and I guess Dark Souls 3. I want to actually focus on the weaponry in Bloodborne because it's just amazingly good that it's worth talking about in the video. So, let's go to the very first one. Okay, we got the all-famous Saw Cleaver, which was my default weapon at the beginning, and I always love it. If you basically start with this weapon, its close range is pretty fast, as you can tell. That's pretty cool. And my favorite thing, wha-bam! Wha-bam! Love that every time. Wha-bam! And I'm gonna just be focusing on the melee weapons. I'm not gonna focus on the guns, even though I really want to talk about the guns. Let's just focus on the melee weapons. What I love about the Saw Cleaver started out is it's great, and it's great to be on when you have the weapon bended over. But once you have that, it's slow, but it makes up for it with power. That's why I like using this weapon every time, and I got it to level 10, so of course I love using it. Moving on to the next weapon. We got the Saw Spear. Nothing particular special about that. It's basically the Saw Cleaver Part 2. So, still fast, only it has a sharper edge and looks like a sharp... It looks like a shark sword. I'm gonna call it the shark sword because it looks like a shark and it's more pointy. But it does exactly like the Saw Cleaver, just basically only more pointy. Nothing special, but I guess if you want to change it up. So that's cool. Nothing too impressive on that. Then, we have another strong weapon that I call it the God of Thunder. No, it's just the Thunder Axe. It's very slow in execution, but it's the strongest weapon out of the 3 default weapons of the one you get. It's very slow, but then you can use your gun and you hit very hard. It's very strong with its attack power. Slow, but powerful. And then after you're done with that, you can have it do welding, and that's always cool. Just if you want to clear or do a sweep of the enemies, that's also cool. And also my favorite move, the Spin of Tornado. Or I guess the spinning attack that does a crap load of damage. It's been useful. Plus, come on, no one's gonna tangle with you if you have a giant freaking axe. That's pretty cool. And moving on to the next weapon. I think this is one of the DLC weapons. The Beast Hunter... Let's go back to it. The Beast Hunter Safe. This one's pretty cool too because it's unique, because it was one of the DLC weapons, and that makes it cool. It's, yeah, it's one of those weapons from the DLC. It's a cool sweep attack, and yeah. And that's nothing special, and you guys might be like, oh, that's nothing special. It's kind of like the Saw Cleaver, or the Saw Spear. But this one has something different, which I'll see. Yeah, it's like an uppercut Saw Cleaver. I like that. This one's unique because it's an old school type of weapon, but it bends in a very unique way. Still like the Saw Cleaver, but it mixes it up. I still like the Saw Cleaver, so the assault weapons, and this is just a copycat, but it's a unique version of it. It's something better, but it's pretty cool. And it's called the Saw Cleaver uppercut, so take it for what it's worth. Moving on. Now we can call this, you can probably think of so many cool names. So many cool names. but we'll call this the British Cane. No, I don't like that. We'll call this the Slapping Cane. I don't know. I don't know what to call this one. I have so many nicknames, but we'll just leave it at that. So anyway, nothing special about a cane. You're just gonna do like, you know, a gentleman with your fine cane. Just kind of like, hey, give me my tea. Hey, I will smack you with my cane. Or you can shoot pool with this cane. Not a about that. It makes you feel like a gentleman. That's pretty cool, I guess. But what makes this one different? It's a whip. That's what I like about it. It's the weakest weapon of the default weapons of the 3 that you get at the beginning of the game, but it's cool for its flexibility, its long reach, and the fact that you can whip your enemies in shape like Simon freaking Belmont. So that's pretty cool. The vampires and ghouls and Cthulhu creatures will fear my mighty whip. Anyway, going on to that. Another personal favorite of mine that I really like, it's a DLC weapon. It's very heavy in its stature and very slow, like the Hunter Axe. But it's pretty cool too. What makes this one different is it's like the threaded cane, but much better. It's a whip. Yeah, you definitely want to upgrade this baby, because, come on, it's a threaded cane, only more awesome. Enough said, and I like it. I really like this threaded cane, only it's a beast cutter, so it makes you look like a baller. So, move on to the next weapon. Alright, another personal favorite, Gearman's weapon towards the end, because, come on, you are the freaking Grim Reaper. I don't know if that's a compliment or actually disturbing thought. So basically, you fight like Gearman, so that's cool. And I don't want to shoot the gun, so it's special. It's like the, what's it like? The Saw Spear, only it makes you look like the Grim Reaper. And if you try to go for that look, get some Grim Reaper attire, and then you'll just really look like the Grim Reaper. Kinda like that. And everyone loves that because, come on, you get a sight. That's awesome in itself. So, I guess I'm gonna be doing the reaping tonight. Next one is, well, it's not really a special weapon, but it's there, so... the Blade of Mercy, which is cool. It's good for its swift, quick strikes, so that's cool. I mean, you want some quick strikes, but what makes this cool is... it's two-world. It's two swords. And I like two swords. And everyone likes two swords. And it's fast, so... so if you have a lot of stamina and two blades, you're basically the Prince of Persia of Bloodborne. Yes, I know what that game is. And yes, I was honored to make that reference. Alright, one of this is another trick weapon, but this one's called the Kirk Hammer, and that's pretty cool because it's basically, you know, it's just pretty easy standard stuff. So basically, oh, straight sword. So you're probably getting some Dark Souls feeling without the shield, and hiya. So standard sword, standard save the world, Excalibur kind of standard sword. Just without the shield, and, you know, without the shield that you're used to in Dark Souls. That's what you're getting for. And I like that. I like that format. But what makes this cool is you get a freaking hammer. So it's hammering time. And that's why I like this weapon too, because it was hammering time. Anyway, moving on to the next one. This is Lookwit's Holy Blade, and you can read the description of what makes this weapon cool. But this was held by Lookwit, the first hunter, or was it Gehrman? I think it was Gehrman. But anyway. Still a standard sword that you're used to from Dark Souls, again, but what makes this one cool is you get a kind of like a Excalibur, kind of something you see in those medieval movies. So, if you want a great sword, you come in the right place. It's not as cool as the Holy Moonlight Sword from Demon Souls, but it's cool because it has that medieval feeling to it. If you miss Dark Souls or the Souls series. So, that's cool. And of course, I gotta go to my favorite weapon that I love. Bringing back old-fashioned, the Holy Moonlight Sword. What's significant about this is you find it in the very first game, Demon Souls. And when you lock it, it's just so fun because projectiles, as you've probably seen in my other videos, it's cool to use it. It's a projectile when you use your lightsaber. I'm going to call it a lightsaber because it's cool every time. It does I guess the best damage out of the other great swords I have in there. It looks cool with its whole weapon. It's used by the coolest boss in the entire game almost. And it lights up like a lightsaber. And I love using it every time, especially for this, because that's my favorite move. And whenever you put it away, it has even a cool, everything's cool about the Moonlight Sword, and it's a great call about the Demon Souls. So, give credit for what credit it's due. Anyway. Next one is going to be the Simon Bowblade. This one is swift too. So, standard Dark Souls, Demon Souls, whatever Souls you're doing to play. Very swift. What I like about it, it can now be used. Alright, hold on a minute. Okay, back to the weapons. Another fun fact, this game, Bloodborne, has less games than the other Souls games. It's kinda odd. But anyway, back to what weapon was this? The Simon's Bowblade. What makes this unique, and I like it too, very swift with its quick strike, so that's good. But what makes this one unique, as you probably saw me do, it's a bow and arrow. That is pretty cool. Yep, you can hit people with your arrow, so that's cool. But a sword that can change into basically a bow and arrow, that's pretty cool. And of course, you can shoot it like a bow and arrow. It may be difficult to master if you haven't used this weapon like I haven't, but come on, the spectacle of that is pretty cool. And I want to show you, I can never pronounce that name, and it's kind of like a samurai sword, and I want to show you the Shikage too, and definitely the Rikuya, but I don't have the stats to wield these weapons yet, so unfortunately, wish I could actually show you how these weapons look, but unfortunately I don't have the skill to actually use these weapons, so kind of pissed, but that's from software. Anyway, showing you at least the weapons I can do. There's the rifle spear, nothing special about that. Basically the spear of Bloodborne. Those are my stabs and my strikes. And now, it's a rifle gun, or a bayonet in a sense. It's pretty cool. And a great strike. I wish I could throw this like a javelin. That would be so cool. I did not know that could do that. That is so cool. Okay. Even I didn't know that could do that. Anyway. Straight driver. So basically, pretty good. It's got good stamina, kind of just get quick strikes, so that's pretty cool. And there we go. Oh, okay, it's like a hand cannon. Oh, snap! You can still use your regular gun. This one is just basically... how do I describe it? It's basically a grenade launcher, and that's pretty cool. Okay, another DLC weapon that I really like. It's pretty simple enough. It's just basically a hammer that you just smash things around. So this really does put the meaning of hammer time because it's called a boo hammers. So that's really cliche, but let's not diss it for what it is. And did someone say the boom? It's primitive, but it really gets the point across. Fear the boom. Alright, move on to the weapon I really like. It's going to be one of my top 5 weapons now because, crap, it's so fun to use and it's so metal. In a game that's very Victorian. The whirling saw that I just showed you. The whirling saw, it's so primitive, just like the boom hammer, but what I like about it, the boom hammer was a DLC weapon. The whirling saw I think you get in the main game, or maybe it was a DLC weapon, but I think it's in the main game. But what I liked about the whirling saw is it's primitive, and it's just so simplistic. But you just want to, your urgent, or let's say, how to describe it? Your mental instincts, or basically your beastly instincts of killing everything with the chainsaw, as you've seen in horror games, is emphasized in this. So if you want to basically go chainsaw on a horror monster, you get the opportunity to do it, and it's metal every time. It's so freaking cool every time. That's it. And of course, my favorite move. I'm gonna do it one more time because it's so good. God, this is so overkill. And they know it. And that's why I love From Software. Anyway. And then we got this guy. I mean, this weapon. Well, it's just pretty much another blunt object that you just hit enemies with. Easy enough. Nothing special about this one. Only thing it does, it has lightning. Anybody send a chuck, anybody? So that's cool to have. Well, basically, this is Thor's weapon. You are basically the god of thunder. Okay, then another one is Liguria's Will. Self-explanatory. You just will this giant will and very heavy object. So that's cool. And if you want to use a special ability, that's good. Yeah, it's just basically a giant will that's basically a Vendor response. Unique. Nothing special, but unique. Okay, and then there's a blood letter, which I can't use yet. And then the... I'm not going to even announce it. The arm of the creepy alien things. Very great. Bounce. Very strong. And it's bloody. It's disgusting. It's basically, what is it, like the Beast Hunter shape? Only alien, and it feels like it has a tentacle coming out of it. Which is kind of creepy. Kind of disgusting. Moving on. And, well, I guess that's the last weapon I can use, because the last weapon is basically Coz's weapon. And I kind of actually want to use it because Coz was a beast, and the first time I fought him. But of course, I had the Gatling gun. But no one cares about the guns, it's about the melee. So, thank you for watching the Bloodborne Weaponry channel. Hope you guys enjoy, and stay tuned for, I guess, really 2 of the endings, and then I'm finally done with the Bloodborne playlist.